blended learning, made it based off of the integrated topics class that I currently teach at my school. So on my home screen, I just go through the overview of what integrated topics is, let students know what they can expect, the different type of lessons, and then I also included a get it started feature. On the first page, I did include links that does link into different sections of this course. When I was making this assignment, I created a lot of pages that would link into the actual modules. So this is the first page, and I made that my front page. But as you can see, I have a list of all the different pages that I would use in this course. I have a section for my syllabus where I hyperlinked my syllabus. That way students could easily access what they need to, and the document is there. Canvas also does a syllabus for you based off the activities and assignments that you create. So for my modules, this is where I kind of had the hardest time trying to figure out what I needed to include and what type of lessons I wanted to include. However, in the very top of this is just my general information. So again, it goes through the course, the different types of things that we're going to be talking about, the classroom policies, how to have a discussion, what it looks like to collaborate here, and my reference page. So these are all different pages that I created, just as I said before. And then in some of these, there are links that students could access. The next module or section that I have are my course resources, and this is just like my Google Classroom that I use in my current classroom, where I allow students to use the graphing calculator or the Desmos calculator. That way it's readily accessible to these students. Now I get into the actual course. So this is the first section where I want my students to start. So there is a discussion post where students will talk about who they are, introduce themselves to the class. And then I have a goal setting, a self assessment. So this is a Google form where students are going to go in, talk about who they are as a math learner, how they learn math, and then set some goals for themselves, not only for this course, but their educational course as well. I put a pre-assessment here because this is what I want students to do before they move into anything or any topic that I have set. It is a pre-assessment on functions, and the main focus is on identifying functions, identifying the types of functions, and then identify the different values that can be included in a function. I do have a troubleshooting section where students could get some help. So how to use Canvas, and then Canvas is a troubleshooting guide that they can go to. So for my course, I included 3 different lessons, which spans over about the course of a week. So my first lesson was very basic on what is a function to students. So my first thing is always a page that just talks about what the lesson is about and the different type of activities that they're going to be doing. But in this lesson, I included a video, and then there's a Desmos that students are going to be working with. This is a link that takes them to YouTube, and then in the Desmos, there's a link on here as well where it takes students to the Desmos. My next topic was on my discrete and continuous functions, so same type of setup. I had a first page where I'm letting students know what they're going to be doing in this lesson. Then I let them another video, and then I included an Edpuzzle, which is one of the apps that I included on my course. My next section is domain and range. So same thing, course lesson introduction. I included an Edpuzzle, which is an app. I also included a additional worksheet that students could work on if they needed additional help. And this is where I included my discussion post. So in this activity, I want students to discuss how they can use domain and range in the real world. And one of my assessments includes an exit ticket where students are focusing on, do they actually understand what domain and range is? My group project was a presentation. So students are going to work together and collaborate on a Google Sheet and a Google slide where they're going to make a presentation about a real world topic that uses domain and range. So all the instructions and everything that they need is hyperlinked into a document that is on this assignment. And then the last thing that students are going to do is their unit assessment or their end of topic assessment. So this was created right in Canvas. And students are going to go in, answer the question. There are questions such as true or false. There are some numerical questions, fill in the blanks, and multiple choice.